Do you plan on bathing today?
What?
Do you plan on bathing today?
Yeah, I'm gonna get in the shower at 4, like I do every day.
I mean, you've had that dress on for 3 days.
And I still look cute in it.
Are you gonna comb your hair?
Well, it's dry. I'm nappy right now.
Okay, what's up, family? So, I'm not sure if everybody had a chance to look at this video or not, but if you haven't, I suggest you go back and just look at it. It's just a little clip that was posted on TikTok. It caught my attention, and I thought I should just share my opinion on it. So, yeah, like I said, go watch that video, then come back and hear my commentary on it. Um, so basically, this husband is pretty much exposing his wife to the world. That she hasn't showered, brushed her teeth, basically had the same clothes on for a couple of days. Um, to kind of sum it up in short. Um, the issue I have with that is that number one, you're not children. Um, And number two, you're married. And I believe that there are some things in your marriage, a lot of things, honestly, in your marriage that should be kept private in between you and your partner. And I think people have gotten very away from the sacredness of marriage and what it should be. And I just feel like the nerve and the audacity of him to come online and basically tell the world, like, hey, my wife hasn't combed her hair, she hasn't brushed her teeth, she hasn't taken a shower, she's had the same clothes on for 3 days. um that to me should have been a personal conversation. And I don't want to insinuate on anyone's sexuality or manhood. And just to clarify, there's nothing wrong with anyone's preference on their sexuality or manhood or lack thereof, in his case. But you have to be a special type of man to go to the extent of picking up your camera to record your wife say the things that you said to her and then actually post it on social media for views. Your marriage is not for view. This is someone who is your life partner. This is someone who, sickness and health, till death do us part, rich or poor. This is someone who will have to take care of you and essentially wipe your ass when you can't wipe your ass yourself in old age, or in the event that something happens to you, God forbid, and you cannot do it yourself. So I think that this should have been a personal conversation between a husband and a wife, and he should have had that conversation with her, to say, hey, honey, like, what's going on? Are you overwhelmed? I noticed that you haven't brushed your teeth or taken a bath for a couple of days. Are you depressed? Is anything going on? And not to insinuate or put that on this young lady that she's depressed or anything like that. She could just be chilling and not want to do that. Now, I'm not going to say, that's my preference and what I would do, but everybody's different and that's her business, and I'm not here to judge her. I just think that it's extremely disrespectful of him, number one, as a man, and number two, as a husband. Because as a man, you're supposed to protect. That means your relationship, that means your wife's feelings, her heart, you know, her honor. And to come on social media and post that is very um, disrespectful, in short, and is definitely not showing the level of protection that a man should have for his wife. And if you've chosen this woman for your wife, there's a type of respect and dignity, not only that you should have for her, but for yourself as well as your marriage. And I don't see that. She is, laughing. And this may be how, like they play and that kind of thing. But it also can be like a nervous laugh, like, damn, I can't really believe, like that he did this to me or whatever. And maybe he thinks that by exposing her on the internet, that that's going to make her get up and take a shower or whatever. But um, my opinion, as I said before, I think it's extremely distasteful. And it just goes back to reference how now some things are coming to light as far as how disrespected the black woman is and how unprotected we are and how we're just kind of like out here in the elements of people's threats, violence, all types of things. And I feel like men like him are very prevalent in the black community when it comes to not protecting the black woman. Um, and I think this is a prime example. Like I said, I don't know the full context of the video and if they were just playing, if this was a joke, if this is what they do. But like I stated before, this is my personal opinion on the situation, and this is not something that I would ever do to my husband. And I can say wholeheartedly that is not something that my husband would ever do to me, because we respect our marriage, we respect our vows, we respect each other, and we do understand that marriage is sacred and there are things and situations and conversations that should be held in private to keep the sacredness of your marriage and your bond, because everybody does not need to have open access to personal things, because I feel like this is a personal situation that is happening in their home. And I feel like a lot of times people have ill intentions and their intentions are not genuine, and they tend to get a kick out of, seeing you disrespect your wife, seeing you disrespect your husband, seeing that your marriage could be going left and not necessarily going the right way, because as the saying goes, misery loves company. So there are people who are in failing relationships, failed marriages, people who want to get married, never got married before, and can't seem to get it right. And I just feel like this adds fuel to the fire for things like that. Also, to add to this, it might not necessarily mean that she's comfortable. It could possibly mean, sir, that she walks around that way because you're not anything that would make her want to dress up or put herself together, because you're just not that dude. So it could be very much so possible that that is the case. And you could very well be the issue as to why she's walking around like that. Because the same way that there are some women who bring things out of certain men, there are men who bring things out of certain women. And not saying that, someone's worth or how they dress or if they put themselves together that day is determined by a male or a female. But it's highly possible that if she was with somebody who was that dude, her hair would be combed. She would be dressed nice because she would want to be entertained by that male person in her life. But again, those are just my thoughts, my opinions on that. Feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe on this video. And also feel free to, leave a comment at the bottom and we can have more open commentary on this. Peace.